Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
Now it's Ekblad. Forsling. Ahead for Hagee. And it stayed in. Nurse saved it for a moment. But Barkov swings it across. Empty net scores. Hat-trick goal for Sam Reinhart. His first ever in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
There you go. Sam Reinhart, the third of his 4 goals on Tuesday as the Florida Panthers wrapped up their second straight Stanley Cup final down in Sunrise with their victory over the Edmonton Oilers. And we're joined now by Sam's dad, Paul Reinhart, a former NHL defenseman, 11 NHL seasons, 2 with the Canucks, among the league's highest point-producing D-men during his time in the National Hockey League, father of 3 sons, all of whom played in the NHL, including Sam, who popped in those 4 big goals on Tuesday night. Paul, thanks for doing this, sir. How are you?
Hey, my pleasure, guys. I'm a little tired.
Have you been at the elbow room?
I have not made it to the elbow room myself, but certainly seen lots of the carnage from there. We've been invited a number of to attend a couple of very, very early morning sessions, and we haven't been able to make those.
Back in the day, you would have been there, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
for a full shift.
Can you put into words just how proud you are of your son and what happened on Tuesday?
Yeah, it's hard to it's hard to put into words, just because to win it once is impressive, and then to follow that up with another one back to back is just and it's an exceptional experience and an accomplishment by this group of guys, including Sam.
4 goals for Sam. Paul, pardon me, I can't remember, and I haven't done the research. Did you pop in 4 at any point in your National Hockey League career?
No, not even exhibition. I'm not sure I got that in practice. Nevertheless, yeah, it was. I mean, when he scored the first one, you have that jolt of adrenaline. The second one was, in many respects, a bigger goal just because of the timing of it. But say what you want about empty net goals. The point is that those guys were there. They defended. They controlled what they needed to do throughout that whole game. And watching, not just 2, but then 3 and 4 was pretty thrilling up in the stands.
Yeah, and I always say with empty net goals, the coaches put that player on the ice and has trusted him, and that's why they're a bigger deal than a lot of people think they are. Hey, Paul, the Florida Panthers just seem like such a special group, and very quickly have gone from a questionable organization to one that is, a model franchise in the National Hockey League. What makes the Florida Panthers right now so special on and off the ice?
Almost all of the credit needs to go to the players. In this instance, they also have an exceptional coach. Mm-hmm. But the reality is that none of these model franchises are really anything more than having the right group of guys in the dressing room, at the leadership level. Their ability, they have to have ability, but they also need to have leadership skills. This is probably one of the most unselfish teams I've seen play in the National Hockey League in the past 30 years. I mean, they have each other's backs. And the truth of the matter is that while Sam scored 4 goals, he couldn't have cared less if somebody else on the team had scored 4 goals. Their whole objective was to win, and they won as a team. They did it. They've done it for the last couple of years. As this season progressed, they just got better and better at it, and it's pretty impressive to see.
Hey, Paul, I don't know if you saw this quote from Wayne Gretzky last week. He said that Sam Reinhart's one of the smartest players he has ever seen. His hockey sense, Paul, is really out of this world. It really is.
Yeah, he's always had that, and again, when you're in the right, in the right position to succeed, you're going to do that much better. the fact that those words came from somebody like Gretz is icing on the cake again, just because of the fact that that's pretty heady praise from somebody that played the game like Gretz did.
Paul, you played in Canadian markets. You know hockey in Canada. You've been now going back and forth between Florida now for 2 years with Sam and the Stanley Cup runs. Are you noticing the uptick in hockey in Florida, and are you noticing that these guys are becoming hockey fans in Florida?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I think you can say that across the states generally,
Yeah.
in particular the southern states. I mean, it all started with Gretz going down to LA.
Yep.
But if you witness what's going on in Dallas with their minor hockey program, in LA, it's been going on for quite some time. In spite of Arizona struggling at the NHL franchise level, their grassroots, and now down here in Florida and other southern states, the game is growing in leaps and bounds, and you witness the fan base. Not just at the rink, but around Fort Lauderdale and Miami, you see a tremendous number of signs and flags and followings of the Panthers organization. So I think it's been a huge success across the South and across all of the U.S. Don't make any mistake, the game is still, in my view, the Canada is its home, and you'll never beat that enthusiasm and support for the market. But it's great to see the game expanding down here.
Hey, Paul, I don't think your parents put you in a hockey academy, but now you know what's happening is hockey academies popping up everywhere, parents spending thousands of dollars. What kind of player is being produced by minor hockey and junior hockey now compared to when you played?
Well, all of the players are better, and all you have to do is look at a 1980 NHL All-Star game, and then look at today's game.
Yeah.
It's not that the great players are any better than the great players back then were on a relative basis. The average player today is just so far superior to the average player of the 80s, and that's where the game's really improved. It's just the depth of all players, their ability to handle their puck, their ability to skate and play the game is unparalleled, and it's rivaling what the NBA has been able to do with its game. Although I would contend that the NHL has done even a better job of developing its average players.
Yep.
Paul, we mentioned 3 sons who made it to the National Hockey League, including Sam. What kind of a hockey dad were you, or are you?
Yeah.
Well, not so much anymore. I mean, the game, it's gone. To the boys' credit, Sam still talks a lot to both Griffin and Max.
Yep.
They communicate a tremendous amount. We both, Teresa and I, raising the kids, we made sure that they were athletes before they were hockey players. That you had to participate in a lot of different sports and activities. But a credit to the 3 boys and their closeness and their work ethic over the years certainly helped develop all of them into world-class athletes.
Paul, for people who don't know, and by the way, you look great. Look like you could play for the Panthers yourself. What are you up to these days?
Well, kind of the same. We're managing capital and in the investment world, and the boys are working with me. Griffin's also director of hockey up at Hollyburn, which is very close to all of our hearts in terms of what it's meant to us as a family. Max is working with me a little bit more directly in some of our companies, and the same old. I'm spending less and less time operationally involved and more time in the desert playing some golf in the winter.
Hey, not bad. What sticks out when you think of your 2 seasons with the Canucks, which dovetailed with the end of your career?
Yeah, well, I know it would dovetail with the end of my career, but it was also the best part of my career. I mean, it was some of the best hockey I played. I felt like I was treated exceptionally well by the Vancouver Canucks organization, and I'll always have a great memory of and feeling towards my 2 years in Vancouver, and the fact that we made it our home, I think, speaks volumes.
And Stan will say that he should have deked on Vernon back in '89. I'm sure you'd agree.
You know what? Mike still hasn't seen that puck. It just ended up in his glove.
Perfect. Hey, Paul, thanks for joining us, and congratulations on everything.
My pleasure, guys. Take care.
All the best.